Hola, high fashion doll lovers. My name is Christopher y bienvenidos to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing something highly requested. I actually have to say that because I feel like it's just, highly requested is what we're going with. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the newly released W Club year 24 offerings, as well as answering some questions or rehashing some of the perks of joining the W Club. Let me explain a little bit better because obviously, in a few of my videos in the past, people have left comments kind of asking of how does the club work and things of that nature. And if you didn't catch the live on Thursday, February 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, that was the day. I believe that video is still available out and about to get some information, but I will share some of the club perks in this video, as well as sharing my thoughts on the 3 dolls that were presented. I'll also be answering a few little things that probably were not answered in that video that I will hopefully remember from the top of my head because I did not make a note of that. Anyways, moving on. Let's get into the club perks first. I'm going to get into the dolls later. I do have the notes here, so if you see me looking down, it's because my notes are here. Now, the perks of joining the club. You get first to know information with sneak peeks. There are 5 guaranteed W Club exclusive dolls, plus the 3 exclusive membership dolls. Now, let me break that down. There were 3 dolls that were just presented, exclusive to the club members. You don't have to get those, they're just offered. Same with the 5 exclusive W Club dolls. Those are dolls that are offered. You are not mandatory to get them. They're just access for you as a member, exclusive. I hope that was clear. Moving on. There's a members only forum, which I don't use very often, but when I do use it, I find it very helpful. I will share my videos in the forum. I've been able to have doll takeovers in the forum for dolls that maybe I didn't win the lottery for. And that was one of the questions. I'll get into the lotteries later, but I think the forum is a great place to find community. So if you are a doll collector who doesn't have a doll bestie or doesn't have someone to share this hobby with, the forum is a great way to find like-minded people to share your enthusiasm with, just so you know. Special W Club opportunities and access, special offers and contests. Every month there's a different contest that you can kind of join, participate, and win a doll kind of thing. Special offers, I don't really know what that means, to be honest. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Online videos and private Q&A sessions, kind of like the video where they were announcing the enrollment for the year. Throughout the year, we'll have different online videos where they're presenting new dolls, showing them IRL through the videos, and we're getting a moment to kind of share our questions with the designers online. You know, kind of like a YouTube video. Priority for convention registration. That is a first for me. I don't remember that being in the past club members, although the last few clubs there was no convention. So that just means if you are interested to attend an in-person convention where you will meet and mingle with other doll lovers, as a W Club member, you will have first access to join the lottery first so ticket, because this year, in order to purchase a ticket, you have to join a lottery. So just so you know, you can't just because you remember you get access. No, you get access to the lottery first. Okay, clear that up. And then, last but not least, the deadline to join this year's club is March. Oh, wow. The D was throwing me off. March 18th by 9 p.m. Let me repeat that because I was obviously messing that up. The deadline to join this year's club is March 18th by 9 p.m. Okay. Now, before I get to the dolls, which I have here, I wanted to answer a few of the things that I remember off the top of my head. Now, I ran through, right? The list of things that were mentioned in the email that you get as perks, but something that I want to mention as well with the membership, and this was kind of a question that was asked, is like lotteries and things of that nature. Let me break this down because the first time I experienced it was when I was a W Club member. So as a member of the W Club, there will be a certain amount of dolls that will be made to order, meaning that if you see the doll, you like the doll, you can place a deposit, and you secured that doll for you. There are also dolls that are released that are sold through dealers, and those are a little bit harder to get. I personally don't have a dealer, so I usually don't go for those dolls, meaning that there is a certain group of dolls that are released to, let's say, Sideshow, and if they're really on a first come first go basis, right? Is that how that goes? I forgot how that goes. You get the lingo. So if you are new to the club, let me just tell you, it's probably going to be hard to find a dealer. I've been in the club for 6 years, and when I joined, it was impossible to find a dealer for dealer dolls, to the point that I just stopped even trying to get dealer dolls. I don't get them anymore because of the stress. I don't collect for stress, I collect for joy. So if there's stress, I put it aside. So the way to get dolls, let me also organize my thoughts a little bit better. You can either get dolls directly from Integrity Toys as pre-orders or lotteries, I'll explain that later, or you can get dolls through authorized dealers or Sideshow, which is currently the only website that I think sells the dolls other than the authorized dealers, who might have websites. Sideshow is kind of like a store, so I give them their own little entity. Now back to the dolls you can get exclusively from Integrity Toys. You can get the dolls, as I mentioned, that you get previewed, you can place a deposit, and they're made to order. Or, to the question that was asked, that I have been kind of pushing in the back, Integrity Toys will design a doll, release a doll who's almost ready to go, but the only way to get that doll, because they've only made a certain amount of dolls, will be through a lottery. Integrity Toys is the first time that I've joined what they call a lottery system, where you will pretty much get a ticket, no cost, it's free. You just kind of get a ticket in your account, you submit it, and if your ticket is drawn, you have the opportunity to purchase that doll. Or, as mentioned earlier, you kind of get the opportunity to purchase your ticket for convention. So that's one of those things where a lot of people like to get multiple memberships to have multiple chances. I don't got funds like that, so I just got one membership, one account, and I've been pretty lucky. You know, I think I've mentioned this before on my channel. I definitely believe in the universe. I believe in dolly gods, and I feel like the dolly gods are always on my side with the doll that's kind of meant for me, and I just have faith and trust that who will bring me the most joy will arrive in my hands, and who isn't meant to be just isn't meant to be. If it is what it is. That is my thought process with the lotteries. I join. If it's meant to be, it is, and if it's not, I'm okay. So, once again, to rehash that, the ways you can buy an Integrity Toys doll are: you become a W Club member and you get access to the dolls before they're released to the public. Once you have access, you can either buy them by placing a deposit for made to order, or you can join a lottery that could be drawn for the opportunity to purchase a doll. The other way of purchasing a doll, also as a W Club member, you'll get access to links for let's say Sideshow before they go to the public, or you'll be informed that certain dealers will have certain dolls before the public knows that these dealers have these dolls. I have been a member for the last 6 years, so I really don't know how things work from not being a member. I'm a very big advocate for joining. I just believe it's best to have access to than not. Even let's say you just get one doll a year, at least you got that one doll at retail price, and you didn't get that doll at a scalper price or scammer. The word is not even coming to me because I don't acknowledge it. Okay? So, that is how you can purchase, and those are the perks of joining the club. Once again, I strongly, strongly, strongly believe you should join and have access, because it's just better, honestly. And now, without further ado, we're going to break down my thoughts on each of the 3 dolls presented as offers for this year's club membership, which, by the way, you don't have to purchase the doll. These are kind of just an add-on. You can get the club membership without getting a doll. It's not a must. It's just if you would like to add a doll to your membership, you can. So, first and foremost, I will be starting with Poppy Parker, Angel Eyes, The retail price for this doll is $160. The deposit for this doll is $30. Oh, this doll. I start with Miss Poppy Parker because it's not a line that I collect. So it's not a line that's really featured on my channel. I don't really feature what I don't collect. I usually just spotlight what I like. Just, you know, it's my channel. I do it like that way. Where do I start with Miss Parker? First of all, I don't even want to say it because I feel like it's just repetitive at this point, but I'm going to. I'm really tired of the sculpt, okay? I, at this point, can't even tell you what other sculpts are in that line because they never get used. And also, I love the fact that they made, like, a second member to their Charlie's Angels trio, and it felt like there will be a third. They kind of alluded to that. It wasn't confirmed, but I felt like it was alluded. And I have this question. If I have a trio of dolls, do I really want the same mold in different variations looking at me? When Charlie's Angels, the show, was 3 very different women, and by different, I mean different at that time. Diversity was not the same back then. So I love that they listened to the members, and I love that they made a second one to kind of continue that line. Now, if you don't have the first and it's for your first time here joining, it's kind of hard to like continue that collection. I feel like they waited kind of long time to bring her back, but I think it was a beautiful sentiment. I do think that it's interesting how they chose to introduce her as an upgrade doll when the original doll was kind of like a gift set, and how they are going to release a separate fashion pack. And I'm usually one that loves a fashion pack in lines that I collect. And for those that collect Poppy Parker, maybe this makes sense. You let me know in the comments, actually, for those that collect. Do you like your poppies to come with everything, or are you excited to have a fashion pack as a separate instead of it coming with the doll? What are your thoughts on that, actually? You know, we'll leave that out there for the Poppy Parker fans that might be watching the channel. Do you like the fact that this doll is coming in one look and you can purchase the second look separately, or do you like her to come with multiple things? What are your thoughts on that? You let me know. And I'm gonna leave my thoughts on Miss Poppy Parker there. Up next, we have, I just looked straight at the book, so if you were like, where your eyes going? They're going with the book. Holiday Spot Dine and Czar, price at $165, deposit is $30. I have a lot to say about this one. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I'm going to start with some positives. I am. I promise. Because I like positivity on my channel, so I'm going to start with that. I really am. The positive is, I love the idea of travel. I love the idea of a theme. I loved the whole, like, Rome aesthetic that was happening before the doll was presented. I love the inspirations that were used. Love me a good Sabrina moment with Audrey Hepburn. Love that he mentioned Elizabeth Taylor. I was loving it. And when the photo came out with the doll in the glasses and the scarf, I was like, that's cute. My first thought was, it's cute. I didn't love it, but I thought it was cute. And then the glasses and the scarf came out, and my thoughts went left really quickly. Now, hear me out, please. I'm really big on restyling because I see dolls just in different things. And I feel like when the glasses and the scarf came off, that is just not the woman I envisioned in that outfit. That outfit felt very dainty, although it was bold with the polka dot and the red bag, but it was still dainty, it was still soft. You know, he mentioned Audrey Hepburn. That is very much a very petite, soft woman that we think of. He mentioned Elizabeth Taylor, who was a little bit more bold and a little bit stronger, but yet not as what I would say drag queen. Okay? And I hope, I'm just gonna keep on talking. Whatever's going on in my background, I'm gonna forget. I felt that the makeup and the face was just way too harsh for this look. That is my personal opinion. Take that with a grain of salt, okay? I also didn't appreciate when, I didn't. When Jesse, I feel like, shot his own foot, when he was like, oh yeah, it's the same screening for Mothership. And I was like, yeah, no, same screening, don't need it. we've already seen it. It's a little too fresh. It's not a variation, and it just on her feels very repetitive, and it's just really harsh. When I think of Rome, although I've never been, this is an imaginary feeling. When I think of Rome, I don't think of a drag queen. I don't. No shade to a good drag queen, because you know, they're there for entertainment purpose. But to me, the face is just way too harsh for such a soft look, you know. And I also feel like there were dolls that I thought of would look better in the look. Honestly, keeping it 100, I thought of my Vanessa from the retro collection, which Mothership was in, ironically enough. But you know, her hair was in this like chocolate brown, and it had this like lower thing and the red lips. I feel like that would have been more complimentary. I even think of Adele would be stunning in this look, with a very like old 1950s hairstyle with a scarf. To me, the model here just didn't really bring the outfit home. And when I think of fashion, I think it is really important who is modeling. I think that's why one of the reasons Zendaya is who Zendaya is. You know, it's really a collaboration between what the stylist sees her in, but it's because he knows what to put on her. Also, when he was styling Celine Dion, loved it. La Roche knows those women. I say those women because those are really his iconic women, and we stick to that. How you see an outfit is as important as who you see it in, because both of them have to complement. And I feel like this particular doll just didn't do that in many ways. So, if anyone out there is getting this doll and wants to like sell the outfit, hit me up. Because I actually like the outfit. I think it's cute. I think it's a really cute basic. But in this phase of my collecting, I wouldn't get a doll just for her clothes anymore. I did that when I first started. I didn't do that no more. Nope. I'm at the point where I need to like the doll and the clothes, even separate or together, but I gotta like them both. And right now, that ain't it with this doll. Now, last but not least, we have Sweet Retreat, Reina Amadi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't kill me. Her retail price is $165 and the deposit is $30. Now, this was my girl. This was my girl. Let me tell you. Look, the hand came out like just, woo! From the moment she came on the screen, I was like, oh. And then the more that I saw her, the more that I was just like, the bag on the elbow. Oh, the vest. I just started playing with her already, and that is a great indication that that doll belongs to my collection. You know, similar to Danya, where I was kind of like, ooh, no. That is a good indication that it's a no. Don't ever fight that like, ooh, no. Like, don't go back trying to make it work. Don't do it. Okay, especially with dolls that you're kind of just purchasing off of an email, allow your gut feeling to be your guide. As many people say these dolls are expensive, they are. But they're worth the investment for the joy if you go after what you have a reaction to and not out of FOMO. Because a lot of times I feel like I've heard people purchase things out of FOMO in the past, and I'm like, oh, don't do that. It's too expensive. And the resale thing lately is not a thing. So don't do that. Listen to your gut. And I knew with Miss Reina, my gut said, it is her. That is it. And I am happy with just one. I will actually tag my video from last year and my thoughts then, because last year I also purchased one doll. Again, the dolls are not a must. They're just kind of an offering. If you don't want a doll, that's great. Just join without it. Oh, New York, you're being ghetto. And a good moment too. Anyways, moving on. The dolls are a bonus. You don't have to get them at the club. Just join. Join. Because you don't know what's happening later. And even if it's just one doll, the joining was worth it. Trust me. It's better to have one doll that brings you a lot of joy than a lot of dolls that you're looking back and you're like, ooh, that was a waste of my money. Don't do that. Anyways, I digress. I've gone down a rabbit hole of way too many thoughts. Back to Miss Reina. Oh my God, automatically it was like, yes. Mostly because I could see how to resell the outfit. I could see her in different ways. And that was my feeling of like, it's her. She's the one and I want her. She belongs in my collection. I also have to say that lately, if you've been a subscriber to my channel, I've been playing around with other brands, and New Face are great models for other brand clothing because they have a smaller chest plate. So they're really good at fitting more universal things than FR. And I feel like I had a really strong beginning with FR, and I'm now having a strong New Face, and I don't mind. It's great. Follow what you love when you love it and let that lead you. Okay? Let me repeat that. Follow what you love and let that lead you. Was that the same thing? I don't think so, but it's okay. You got the message. I am in love with everything of this doll. The IRL photo was everything it needed to be. Jesse said he was inspired by Chanel, but I'm going to be honest with you. It felt very Versace to me, which is fine. I feel like he lives in Versace rent-free, and that's okay. The bag was full Valentino. I know that logo, although I don't own it. I know the logo. And just as a restyler, and I that's where I come from, so you're going to hear me say that a lot. It's my focus. I already started thinking of different ways to style those pieces because in the most recent years, Jesse has been giving us a lot of pastels with his new face, which has been giving me a great kind of archive of things to mix and play with. So as soon as I saw this outfit, I was like, ooh, I can put that with that. And I can get that from that doll from the past. And that is so much, that brings so much joy to me because that's my creative outlet. And we are in a place in the world where it is important to remember what brings us joy, first and foremost, and to support and really create space for ways to generate more joy. Because ain't no one give it to you if you won't get it for yourself, okay? So do it. So, I'm getting Miss Reina. She will be my addition to my club. I think everyone should join. And I'm actually very excited to see what the club year is bringing, just because I feel like we ended the 2023 club year, I would say, pretty strong. And if that was the ending of that year, I think we're going to have a good 2024. I don't always think that the dolls that are offered are a reflection of what's to come. Most of the time, they are not. Last year's New Face and last year's Fashion Royalty were an indication of a collection that expanded. I don't know if these two will be. Actually, I think they will. I think he did mention that. But even so, I'm excited. I love a good travel. Manifest that more. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't joined, please consider joining. It is a great way to kind of get what you want when you want it. First come, first serve. You don't have to join thinking you have to get everything. That really should be yesterday's mentality and not tomorrow's mentality. It is a $50 to join. If you want to look at those $50 as maybe an investment into like getting something at a discounted price from the public, look at it that way. But I strongly feel like joining is in the best. It's just in the best. The word lost me, guys. The word lost me. Right as I was talking to you, it lost me. And I do transparency here, so we're not gonna cut and chop to try to make me look better. It lost me. It's in your best. It won't come out. I strongly think you should join. Do definitely look at your pockets first. I'm in no one's pockets, okay? No one's pockets. But with that, I'm going to end my banter. I'm going to stop here because I can go on forever. Thank you so much for those that have been subscribing. Thank you so much for those that have been watching. Thank you for the communication and the questions. Please let me know what else you want to see. I am all ears nowadays. I will say I'm looking over. There's about 3 videos that I need to get through. Yep, 3. So there's a lot to come. And to those that have already joined, welcome to the fam. Until next time, guys. Adios.